Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Hallmark table movies.
I'm Brian. I like Hallmark table movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark farm-to-table movies, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's this podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Hopefully you're doing well. Quick update. As everybody who listened last week learned, Brian's getting a new phone.
That's right.
You got the new phone.
You got the new ones.
Hands-on. Thoughts on it? Has there
Thoughts
been
on
a
it, Brian?
steep learning curve for you?
No, technology's wild. Things
Yeah.
are really advanced since I got my last phone.
Yeah,
12 years ago, maybe?
yeah, it was a
So
long
you
time
had
ago.
the same phone for 12
Maybe,
years?
something
I don't
like
think it's that long.
Not
Hold
that
on a
long.
second.
Quite a while. Quite a while.
Quite a while.
Yeah, man. It's, I'll tell you, I'm still sort of in the two-phone mode, moving things around. That's how you do it, right? You slowly move things and download apps and
His last phone came out about 6.5, 7 years ago.
yeah, there we
Okay,
go.
wow.
Yeah.
So,
But you're okay.
yeah, I'm okay.
You're here
I've made
today.
it. I'm here. I made it. I'm working through it, and I'm appreciative.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Really proud
Yeah,
of you.
Yeah. This is how people live, huh?
Yeah.
How
This is
people
what they
live,
do.
man.
This is what they do out there.
And this is our final week here
That's right.
at this office studio.
There's an outside chance that 15th episode on April 15th might be here.
on that Monday.
On that Tuesday, April 15th.
Oh, okay.
Monday, April 14th,
Yeah.
we'd be in this studio.
Yeah.
Still. Possibly April 15th.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. Great. Oh, I guess we could record it early. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Maybe.
What are you talking about?
We'll
what
talk
do
about it
you
afterwards.
think comes out on Tuesday, April 15th?
The new one.
Okay.
What's it going to be? It's the fourth Hearts Around the Table
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiki's fourth ingredient,
Yeah.
right?
We were
Yeah.
recording that during Move Week?
No, it would be normal Monday.
I won't be here.
Oh, yeah, you won't be here.
That's right.
Dan might
I
won't
might
be
not
here.
be here.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a pretty big
It's a
deal.
big turn of events.
Yeah, it's a big turn of
Right.
events.
I'm skipping the fourth one.
He's doing it. He's
Using a
doing it.
skip,
He's
huh?
using a skip,
Using
and
my
that's
skip.
fine. Everybody, that's fine. He can do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people say he
studio,
can't
no
do
me.
that. First episode in the new studio, we said we don't want him.
He's protesting.
We can't do it. But that's a lot of fun. So come and join us. Philo.tv/DTH. Come in mourn the loss of our old studio and come in and enjoy the new
Of course.
and improved
And improved.
studio. And come and see Brian's new phone too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exciting.
The good stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly right. This is our third of 4 Hearts Around the Table movie, which is, pretty exciting.
Yeah,
I think
really
for all of
exciting.
us.
And we're starting to sprinkle in those Love Club moms too. So.
Yeah, that's right. Is it April already? Let's dive into it, shall we? Josh's Third Serving is what
Yeah.
this is called. Josh's Third Serving. It originally aired on April 5th, 2025, and it went a little something like this. Josh is running down the road, smiling, listening to music, having a great time. Meanwhile, a woman named Ella is moving into her new house. She's new in town. At the Sunday supper, we learn that there's a new foster kid in the mix. Her name is Gina, and she's going to be attending Josh's school. But she's not the only newcomer to said school. Ella is the new English teacher at the school. However, trouble quickly arises between her and Josh after school. It turns out that she's also going to be the music teacher, and since the music room is a mess, it's an absolute disaster, she decides to hold practice outside. Sounds great, except for the track team. This disrupts the practice and it creates immediate tension between the two. The conflict escalates when both the music and track programs need funding, but there isn't enough money to go around. Each group has to present their cases to the PTA, who respond with, we'll get back to you. Determined to secure funding, Josh and Ella decide to raise money on their own, and eventually they agree to work together because together is better. As they spend more time together fundraising, they start getting closer, and Ella even ends up joining Josh's family for Sunday dinner. Meanwhile, Andrew from the first one is planning on proposing to Jenna, also from the first one. So he spends most of the movie searching for the perfect ring with her mom,
Angie.
for some reason. In the end, both the music and the track programs receive funding from the new endowment, and Andrew successfully proposes. As for Josh and Ella, she confesses her love for him, and they share a kiss. And then I guess more good things are gonna happen for them. And that, my friends, was
Hearts Around the Table, Josh's third serving.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, that's okay.
We did it.
Let's
She'll
take a
get
quick break. We'll come back. We'll get to the hot takes. How about that?
I love that playing for
Here
us.
on
Deck the Hallmark.
Welcome back, everybody. How are we?
Great.
How are we
Oh,
feeling?
man, amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what makes me feel amazing?
Shari's
Shari's Baris.
When we get new reviews.
Oh,
Ooh, that does make you feel
we got a
amazing.
new review.
I hope it's about
Or you? Oh, we didn't. You were just segueing into we don't have any.
We
new
don't have
reviews?
any new reviews, though. So
We never asked for them. If you're listening, we got a really nice email from a
Yeah.
guy about escape rooms. If you take the time to email us, thank you. If you've not left us a rating, we would love that as
we
well.
love a good rating.
3,000 by season 3.
That's exactly right. It's happening, everybody. Let's do this thing.
This is the big year.
This is the big year. We finally
push.
do it.
We
finally do it.
We only have like 2 reviews in March, so let's go.
And now we're in April, so let's
no.
get on the good chain.
So let's get on the good chain.
That's exactly right. That's what everyone's saying. It's time for the hot take. It's where we share our thoughts on this movie. We do not hold back, so much so that occasionally things become hot. That's why we call it the hot take. Brian, what'd you think about this movie?
Yeah. Speaking of the good chain,
Oh boy.
this
Oh,
is
no.
a lighter than Sherry's because I like this one a little bit more.
What about Kate? What's the first one?
Jenna? That one I think I liked a wee bit more than this one.
A wee bit.
A wee bit. I think this is like 1B.
1B. Got it.
Everything in this, though, I realized the thing I don't like, the big part of this, like you mentioned something last time, the intent here is really admirable. Great. We get what they're trying to do. Great. But the full throttle positivity just doesn't work for me in anything, like ever
I'm
in
with
life.
you. You and I share that
yeah.
in common.
So it's just, okay, let's tone it down a little bit. Like everybody wins. New track. The kid's getting a full scholarship. She's got a new music room. They're in a relationship. Only a mild case of ADHD. Like everything is so great, and it's just too much. So they just lose me on that. The fundraising seems super sus, as they say.
The kids have been saying that for
Yeah,
literal years.
Yeah, so they know what I'm trying to get at here. And Vic Gupta is drunk with power and needs to be stopped. The whole, the whole, what was it? The what's that called? That they're the Alumni Association.
Yeah.
Come to my house. Make
Come
your
in here.
proposal in person. Come on.
Just
To Vic's house.
I don't know if he even went to that school. Like he just weaseled his way into this position somehow. So I didn't trust him at all. The poster budget out of control in this movie. So yeah, it was okay. A little bit better than the last one. Not as great as Jenna's, but yeah, that's where I landed.
This school has so many things going on, and it's fascinating to see it all shake out. We have PTA, we have the Alumni Association, we have a new endowment. So much is going on at this school, and so little's happening in this movie, and that's okay. I think that's kind of what these are, is that nothing much is going to happen. I
don't think you can say aren't is.
Spoiler alert.
What these is are.
Spoiler alert.
deserve it.
What Brian doesn't like about these, I do enjoy. I enjoy the positivity. I enjoy the upbeat nature of Jake Epstein running and smiling. I love it. I love it. I love it when you run and smile, something I've never done before in my life, but it makes me think that maybe I could. I think that's really nice. I actually do agree with Brian's order, though. I would still go 1, 3, 2 personally.
Good order,
But this movie is fine. And let's do it again next week.
Sure.
I like Gina too. New girl Gina. I thought she was a nice addition. Even though the other foster kid kind of disappears there for a while.
Rory,
he just
busy. He's
deuces.
busy.
But it does answer a question: can they have more than one foster kid at once?
Clearly.
she can. She does have the room for it clearly, but also she is able to have two.
She
different
heard
kids.
my complaints in the first movie and decided to fix it.
These
Move it to two.
these two foster kids are hardly ever in the same room together, but she can do it, and I think that's nice. Dan.
Yeah. This movie is just sheer loony bins. Just from the educational side of it, it's crazy. I will like to keep my feels all positive because I don't know why I would be negative in a movie that's trying to spotlight foster care. This movie, and all of them to an extent, want you to know that they know about foster care. And they do so in a way that I think, once again, the intention is really good to explain to you how complicated these scenarios can be, like getting permission for things or having custody of the biological father, picking the kid up and having rules in place, or like what happens if you live with your grandmother and they go into assisted living facility. Like, I appreciate that the movie is like foster care isn't just a straight up and down situation. There's a lot that could happen. But the other thing about foster care that is very important is that kids should still have agency over their own stories. And these movies haven't figured that piece out yet. They are just here to basically foster-splain it to you. And so I appreciate them wanting, once again, appreciate the intent of the whole thing. I would love to be someone that when I'm 65 has a table full of kids who know that they can come home to me and that's a safe place for them and then they can leave. But their stories are not my story. And that is not what happens in these movies. From a sheer like craziness of like what is happening in this movie. I mean, this is ranking these movies are like choosing like which scab hurts the least. Like it's not ranking them is almost not fair. I guess. Did you like that?
Yeah.
I guess
It's gross and it makes a lot of sense.
I guess this one is the best.
Really?
I guess
Best scab. You heard it here.
I think it's because I don't know what it was about the female lead in this movie who Aaron pointed out we've seen numerous times in supporting roles, but her and Jake Epstein, great. She looked great. I thought they were really good for these movies. For these movies, I thought they were really good. So yeah, I guess this is the best of them. And the school stuff made me laugh so hard. So much in this movie made me laugh. And I think that was the thing is we were working on back-to-backs here. And so that probably has something to do with it. This movie sucks. Don't get me wrong, but I guess it's the best of them.
Dan,
Back to you, Brandon.
Dan would face with the impossible decision of ranking these movies. Took it to the
Who's hottest? I took it to purely who's
which is
hottest.
tough
They
in this
look
movie.
good. She looks great. Give me this one.
This one.
What do you want me to do?
Dan Thompson, 2025.
I'm my best over here, man. It's the best scab. It's not infected.
Let's get to all the feels, Brian.
Yeah. I didn't do after school activities, and I kind of watching this
God.
was thinking maybe I should have.
Yeah, you were stuck in your room watching La Bamba on
Yeah.
repeat.
Oh, I wish. Talk about a dream day into the night. Yeah, I wish I did more school activities after school. A lot of kids did that, bonded, made good friends. I didn't do that. I wish I did. That was my
Great,
feels,
dude.
a little regret.
Dude, so awesome,
Thank you,
man.
dude.
Crushed it.
No regrets.
No regrets.
You know what I love is a up and coming music department, and this
You sure do.
this school has 4 kids tops that are interested in the arts.
They're 3 decades away from a Mr. Holland's opus.
Yes, but you got to start
You
somewhere.
gotta start somewhere.
do.
That opus isn't built in a day.
And I think that's a wonderful thing. Dan, do you want to tell the story about how I flicked a paper today?
Yeah.
Maybe that could be feels a really funny moment for
I
us.
had a paper that was a receipt and I folded it up and across the room, which it doesn't matter how big the room is, across the room, I flicked
Picture a great room.
this Father.TV/CTX, flicked this thing and it went right in the trash can, just banked it home. Brandon was like, give me that. I can do it. Brandon didn't know how to flick it. He didn't know which finger to use. And then he literally 90-degree angle went a foot and a half. And we were crying laughing. That happened during this movie.
I struggled with
So
how
hard.
to flick this thing.
He kept changing. Like he was like, I got to get it right.
Yeah, you got to get it right.
Yeah. It's tough out there.
Did you fold it like a little football?
It was like a rectangle. I did fold it
Okay,
up, but it
sure.
wasn't pointed.
Just couldn't.
My feels is that now that the knowledge is finally out there, that Dan ranks these movies by hotties.
Oh
and
my
I
gosh.
think that now that it's finally
good
out
to
there,
know, yeah.
I've been holding this secret
100%
for 7 years.
Do
that Dan
not-
ranks these movies by hotties. We'll be right
He's got
back.
a spreadsheet and everything.
Take the homework.
Hotornot.com.
Yes, y'all.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for Wait What is where we're talking about what in this movie made us go wait what. I'll start with you, Brian.
Yeah. Did you guys notice this? Every time a bell, every time a bell rang in this
Angel
school,
got us wings,
exactly,
which was
that,
nuts.
and they made an announcement. Every time a bell rang, there was a school announcement.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It was driving me nuts because I'm like, there's no way. Like people are missing
Yeah.
important information. You can't do it
Dude.
throughout the day.
I swear to you, when I taught first period, they would do all the announcements during first period, and I was like, I'm getting robbed here. I'm getting robbed.
All this time.
Yes.
I feel like you got to do a bulk announcement where all this stuff lives, and then maybe like throughout the day, like, hey, Subaru car lights on, but not like important stuff. And it seems like they were announcing stuff people need to know. It's so in this school, I don't know. This is Washington or DC area, Virginia.
It is Canada.
Of course.
It's
mold,
Washington, DC.
mold, not a reason enough to stay out of a room in a school.
no,
Who knew?
if you say the word mold,
They shut it down.
shut it down.
Yeah, they're blocking
Yes.
it off. You can't. Yeah, that.
close the door.
Yeah.
Get under the crack.
Just don't.
Nobody breathe.
Yeah, hold your breath or don't spend a lot of time in there is the recommendation. You got to shut that room down. Sorry. The background actors at track practice
Oh my God.
stretching their triceps nonstop.
The whole scene on the track.
It was
No one has
great.
been less dressed appropriately for track than these poor children. And then they are stretching their arm
Yeah.
muscles
so
before running a sprint
Yeah.
for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It was great because they're like just keep going, keep going, keep going. And,
Again,
oh boy, so that they're gonna do great when they get to the handstand portion. I mean, they'll be real great. But the running part, I don't know. And they raised $1,500. Is that what
That was
he
it.
said?
that was it.
And also, it felt like from what? Like they did a few bake sale things. They didn't do. It didn't
To
seem
be
like
fair,
they did.
this public school is in a district of 12 total kids. So, I mean, I like $1,500, a lot of money. I mean, to Brand's point, I think there are maybe under 20 students in the whole school.
It looked
There's no
real
one in
small.
the school.
And it also felt like something you could probably get a few track uniforms out of 1,500. It felt like maybe you could do
You
something
could probably
with it.
get a few. Yes.
So, and just a huge one was the Alumni Association. And I feel like $1 million was thrown around as the amount they were going to invest, which
It's crazy.
how is this Alumni Association getting $1 million? Like, they're just washing this money, I think. I think this is.
You think? You think they're
corrupt-
laundering it?
I think there's
Wow.
something shady going on here.
DC,
Yeah.
drain the swamp, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Wow, you said
please,
it, bro.
somebody. And so, yeah, and just again, they were already in love, huh? Like they just met. and
Things move so quick,
so fast
in
here.
this universe.
So that was those few things got me.
So our guy Jake Epstein hears the sound of 4 musicians playing their instruments to the best of their ability, and comes over and is like, "You can't do that here. You can't do that here.
It's the
We're
best.
running. It's distracting to the runners." What the movie starts, bro? I don't know if you know. I'm catching you in a lie right now. Movie starts with you running. Do you know what you're listening to in your little earbuds? Probably some music.
Some trombones.
You chump. He's
you-
probably listening to ska. He's
Yeah, he is.
probably listening to something with a little baritone. He doesn't know what he's
Kick it up,
saying.
kick it up.
He goes over. He goes over there. He's like, "They can't with the noise. They're outside. What are you talking about? They can't with the noise. They can run."
Can you-
Track's one of those things where,
Yeah,
you know,
just
it's not
do
like
it.
you got to concentrate to like shoot the basket, hit the putt or something. People cheer. They're like, "Let's go!"
Can you imagine if everyone had to be golf course level quiet for the pole vault? Can you imagine,
Get outta
like,
here.
before they do the 100-meter hurdles, if we could have a moment of
Yeah, just
silence?
shh, everybody.
That is what he's asking for.
Yeah. And also, they're an up-and-coming band. Let them try
Yeah,
things
let them
out.
jam a little bit.
More practice. That's what I'm
More
saying.
band practice is right.
So they go over to Vic's house. I think the second or third time, and his wife comes out, and he's like, "I've been trying to keep you in the dark about this. Sorry, I know how you feel about the arts." And she then proceeds to say something along the lines of, "It's like I always say," and then she proceeds to say the longest sentence
War and peace.
on record, and Vic does go, "She does always say that," which is so funny. It was something like, "A well-rounded education starts by working hard, and then maybe the arts are a wonderful part of having a well-rounded education, and the best thing that you can do for yourself is to get out there and be a well-rounded student." That's what she always says. And speaking of them, and I love this so much, this movie, it's getting towards the end, and they're deciding that they're going, they get an email or whatever about the new endowment or whatever. And Vic is reading it, and his wife comes and sits down next to him with a flute in her hand.
Yeah, she does.
And is about to start playing the flute while Vic is reading the email. And that is why he never tells her what's going on, because she always does this. He's working on hard business, and his wife's always walking around the house with her flute in her hand, playing. He's like, "I can't with the flute. It's distracting." Maybe he was onto something, Jake Epstein. I don't know.
Can't go for a run with that flute in the background.
Every time I call my wife and she
It's
brings
just
her
a flute.
flute,
I can't do it.
I
Not
can't do it
again.
anymore.
This is serious business.
I need a break. I need a flute break.
Yeah, the whole premise of the money and them getting the money is crazy, because if you're in a public school in DC, that money comes from a school board and a district. That's how that works. Go watch Abbott Elementary. Like, that's how that works. They go to the PTA, which is responsible for like dances and bake sales and teacher appreciation day. And they're like, "We're going to need some hard coin here. We're going to need some actual money." And then they're like, "If we don't go to them, let's go to the Alumni Association." So they're basically trying to get money from booster clubs for like things they need for school, which can happen, but typically in this juncture don't happen. Then the way that the PTA does it is they hear a defense from both sides. One, you're totally helping the band here. The track has won 2 state championships, and they're asking for money. No, the band has like a classroom that's fallen apart. You're going to help the band. But the best is the PTA takes place, I think, in the library, and there's like 12 people there, and it starts by them going, "It's unanimous. We all agree to put healthy snacks in the vending machine." Not a PTA thing. Just fundamentally not a PTA thing. Healthy snacks, what does that mean? Who's like, is a vending machine company? I don't know. I just couldn't get over that there. And then
unless the PTA is funding the healthy snacks. If they,
Yes,
if they said, "Hey,
the PTA
we have a problem with snacks," school board's like, "We can't do healthy snacks."
But-
PTA could then say,
correct. That is something the PTA does. The wait what there is unanimous. The wait what there is, can you imagine a PTA all getting together and all agreeing to spend money on healthy snacks in Washington, D.C.? No, you couldn't find a PTA in the country that would all just be like, yes, and any money, we don't care. And what is healthy? Like, what does that even mean? And then we get you guys mentioned earlier, the Alumni Association. How much power are they wielding around here?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This guy's taking calls. He's like, "Show up to my house." Like, shady doings.
Sketchy, yeah.
Shady doings for sure. This new foster kid, we find out the reason she's in their care is because her grandma's her legal guardian, and her grandma had to go live in assisted living. And that grandma is 50 years old. She is so young. And it's like, what is happening here?
Hey, you don't know her story, man.
I don't know her story. I also think it's crazy that the band and track teacher are the two that have to ask for a bus. Pretty sure that's like athletic director, not you guys. And then lastly, we get an address, and that address is 95476 Sycamore Drive. There are 95,000 blocks. I went to 9,476 by mistake.
Whoops.
2 hours later. 95.
Bear,
Where do you
dude.
live? It's 864-397-2765, 83976, Mills
sorry, was that a
Lane.
6 in there?
Did I catch a niner?
Listen for the flute.
Oh my God. Yes. 95,000.
My wife
Where
will be
are
out there
we?
greeting you with a flute
Yes.
solo. prepare yourself.
Sheesh.
Just encourage her.
Yeah, just
With
Imagine
her little
being
pet project of flute. Just encourage her.
imagine being at one Sycamore and being like, I'm never going to get there.
Vic's
Also,
wife is out there doing free falling on the flute.
actually, we're just doing the lyrics. It'd be.
Nah,
That's what it'd
maybe.
be. Yeah, maybe.
I don't
This
know about
woman, I
flute.
believe, lives by herself in an apartment, and she has 8 bar stools. 8 of them. A lot of
Not enough.
a lot of bar stools, like
Who?
just jammed.
Which one are we talking about?
The who?
Jake's
Jake
girlfriend?
Epstein, the English and band teacher.
Oh, she had a house. With
Yes.
a two-car
she
garage.
has a house
Upstairs
with a
and
2-car
downstairs.
garage.
On a
She's single.
cul-de-sac.
8 bar stools,
You gotta
just
have-
in case.
Just in case.
That's all I got.
It's time for the what the Hallmark
Yeah, it
is.
is.
Where we wonder what could have been. Maybe it's a good question we still have. What are we still wondering about? That's what I want to know. What these guys
that
are
your-
wondering about.
what the-
Brian?
Love that.
Yeah, one of the things that she did to raise money was a book swap, and I don't. First of all, like I assume a book swap is you bring a book, take a book, leave a book. How does that make money? Like, how is she raising money doing a book swap? Is that a money raising thing? I don't know. That's a big question mark for me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, book
yeah.
swap.
Yeah,
man.
fair enough.
Book swap. Talking about 'em. Book swap.
My whole thing is when
Pick it
she,
up, pick it up.
When she like obviously it's the band room, right, that has the mold situation.
Yeah, sure is.
How bad is it? Because everyone who opens up that door closes it like they've seen a crime scene.
Yep.
Like, I wish we could have just gotten our eyeballs on the band room because it sounds like a disaster. What happened? Like, what transpired? I know it's been a little while since they've had a band, but something must have happened, right? In that room for there to be this, like,
Yeah.
whoa, what's going on in there? I just want to know what happened in the band room to cause, basically, we got to get people in hazmat suits and we got to figure this out. It's rough in there. Dano?
Yeah, mine is, I honestly want to know if the way that they do the money in the school in this movie holds water in Canada. So like, they're writing this movie in Canada. They're filming it in Canada. This idea of the PTA and Alumni Association providing these money for just actual budget needs in a public school. Is that how that works? I mean, it doesn't hold water in America. Is that how it works in Canada? Like I really do want to know. I didn't do any of the research myself. Fascinated if they just thought this would fly because they thought it was the same in both, or they just didn't try it all.
We did, everybody. Congratulations to us. One more heart around the table movie to get to.
Vamos.
Pretty
Corazón.
excited about that. Let's get to do a double decker of the week, where we dive deep into the life of a double decker who has signed up for BrainWellJamPlus.com. Brian, you do a wonderful, always flawless,
Yeah,
always
thank you.
really educational deep dive into the life of our double deckers. Dan, who do we have today?
We have Aurora Schmiedel. Aurora Schmiedel.
Schmiedel.
Could be
That's right.
Schmiedel, but I'm pretty sure it's Schmiedel.
Yeah, we'll go with Schmiedel. Aurora is something I found about Aurora.
Yeah?
I feel like we should all congratulate her. An award-winning
All right.
pitmaster.
Pitmaster.
Yeah, Aurora. Just like
Barbecue.
Just like
Let's
her
go.
daddy and her daddy's daddy before
Her daddy's daddy.
them.
don't know if I love
Award-winning
it.
pitmaster.
Okay.
Specializes in the low and the slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
gets that arm right in there, real low, and just real slow down. Real slow down.
Does she do armpit?
She does.
Farts.
She does. It's flatulation.
sorry.
Is
Aurora
is
Schmiedel's double decker.
Is
of
an
the week.
award-winning
Is award-winning
armpit tutor?
fart.
tutor. Absolutely. That's a good way to put it.
Now,
yeah.
I'll
Oh my
bite.
God.
Multiple award winners.
What are these contests? Like, how do you win the award? Are there like, what's going on out there?
Well, it's obviously there's like the sound you can produce, right? Like you got to
Sure.
fill the room. Like you want to
Yeah.
like any good BBQ. And then the your technique, like how versatile are you under what conditions? Like, can you do it on really fast if you need to?
Wow.
So this is
Wait, so they throw varying conditions
Oh,
at
yeah.
them. Wow.
fire hose, carrying a baby down a flight of
Fire
stairs.
hose?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You want to rethink that one, Brian?
No, it's legit. Not a lot of people can do it to the fire hose. So
Yeah.
it's not like it's the big winner or anything.
And she's won.
Multiple
She's a
times.
master.
Yeah.
How about that? How
yeah.
many do you have to win to be a master?
A master? I think she's going on 7 is the
Amazing.
lucky number there.
Going on
Master.
7.
Yeah, you gotta
That's
have
incredible.
7.
How often do they hold these?
Oh, this is annual.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. This is annual.
7 years.
Straight?
What?
She's
Oh
7
yeah.
years straight?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's the thing. If you give it up, you're basically done. You don't want to.
Oh, really?
You
So
don't,
have
once
to-
you lose, you're
yeah,
out.
basically.
Losers walk.
Yeah, pretty much losers
Yeah.
walk.
And you can't give it up.
No, you can
you
never
know.
give it up. Give it up.
You can't be like, I need a year off.
No,
No.
no. You were basically saying, I don't want this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll never
get
let
it
you
again.
live it down.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That was really interesting.
Yeah.
Incredible work by all involved.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
of
And the
course,
whole Schmiedel family.
of course, Schmeidel.
And so this is her and her dad and her
And her daddy's dad.
So,
Dad's
generations.
dad. Generational.
When was the first contest held? What year?
Oh, that's a great question. 1913, I think is. I mean, I could be wrong.
1913.
I think it was 1913.
Before the Great War.
Yeah. They did take a few years off for the war, what have you.
Simpler times.
But you gotta pick it up
Simpler
again.
time. All right, everybody. Well, we'll be back next time with another one. Until then, we're the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.